That's going to be a funny show. It's, you know, it's trading on a similar kind of theme to what you had on our show.
That's radio, isn't it?
It's radio, and they're changing from conservative policy to a rock thing. And they've got some marvelous characters in it. I think it has the potential of the kind of thing.
I heard when the affiliates were here. That was their response.
Yeah.
Ready,
Good thing.
You mind a cigarette?
Sure, not at all. How are we standing on that thing?
This is
We got
brand new one.
Okay, we're rolling. Huh? Ed Asner, returning to the Twin Cities via videotape if we can't get you back there any other way. Coming back to see us one of these days?
God willing, and I mean that seriously.
You're staying so busy out here.
I like that food I eat there, that
Yes.
healthy food, and that clean air I breathe there.
We have lots of that, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And you can actually see through it for more than a couple of blocks as we look out the window here.
Okay, don't indict my present domicile.
You are staying so bad. I saw you on Huey Long show the other night. Gee, that was a good show.
Is that the first time you had seen it?
Oh, yes, it is, and it was a marvelous show.
I'm
It must have been.
very proud of it.
You must be. That's one of the big enjoyments of your business. It's one thing to create a character, but it's an entirely different kind of thing, and I would imagine equally satisfying to research a man who did exist. Did you find that true in that case?
And to make an attempt, I don't think he had ever been done. All the King's Men was a takeoff, I'd say, on Huey Long. I certainly don't think it approached the specifics of Louisiana and the type of politics, the type of man he was. I'm not saying we achieved it, but we certainly made a very, very hard-working attempt at it. And it's one of the pieces of work I'm most proud of.
I think he's very important to our political history, an understanding of Huey Long. He's not only a political oddity, as some people consider him.
No. According to T. Harry Williams' book, the supposed definitive biography on Long, it is felt in most circles that Long's stances drove Roosevelt further left than Roosevelt had initially intended to go.
Interesting. You know, I talked to you on the telephone a couple of months ago, and you were not as happy, as relaxed, as pleased a human being as you are at this moment. Things have happened in a positive direction on the Lou Grant show since that phone call, haven't they?
Oh yeah. We've done well on the ratings. People whose opinion I respect, even though it was the same show in many respects that they saw 6 months ago. When they see the repeats, the reruns, they look at it with a different eye now. They appreciate it more. I can sit and watch one of our early shows and appreciate it more than when I saw it the first time. So much of the tension is gone that I can sit back and relax and enjoy the values that were always in the show.
Was the change in the different type of filming, the move from working before an audience with a cast that was comfortable to a film kind of thing and pursuing more serious ideas, was that a wrenching change?
It was. I feared it going in, and it's still fearing the unknown, even though I know how to do single camera. I was raised on it out here. But it's still, there are always surprises. There are always loads of taxation, loads of tedium that you hadn't counted on. And that's what occurred with the hour show. It's tough duty.
You know, there's a transition involved that concerned me as I saw you attempting it, and I wonder if it was some of the concern that you and perhaps even the networks had too, and that was taking a comic character and putting him into a different surrounding and starting to treat serious subjects. It's worked marvelously well, but it seems to me there was certainly reason for some concern about that exchange.
There was concern. I don't think anybody really sat down and said that it isn't going to be possible without change. I think we felt we could step in and regarding me as a partially serious character on Mary Tyler Moore, that I could merely lean on that side of that character and do the show. It took some internal workings on my part to bring up new things and to submerge old, broader aspects of my character. And I had to go through some soul searching there.
It's interesting. We were talking with some friends the other day about the impression made by the medium of television on an actor's career, which frequently disallows the possibility of a wide variety of roles. Now, you fought that, and successfully, but a lot of television actors haven't been able to. The impression made is so intimate, and people identify so thoroughly with a Lou Grant, for instance, that the audience finds it difficult to allow you out of that role afterward.
This has been a problem with actors from the beginning. Long Day's Journey into Night is based on the actor, the father in the play, who became so identified as the Count of Monte Cristo that he could do nothing else and blew what was a great talent initially. But actors have always been tended to be tight, and far more important, I think, than doing Lou Grant on Mary Tyler Moore, doing Lou Grant on Lou Grant. If I could achieve the idea of an actor being capable of playing many varieties of creatures and help re-establish that trend for actors, I would regard myself as a great success.
Especially if you could overcome the tremendous impact and intimacy of television, which just further distorts that whole phenomena you were talking about.
I would say to you that where I got the most static on departing from what people had treasured me for, if you'll forgive that expression before, was when I did Roots.
Yes.
When I did Roots, people got bothered by it. And I don't know whether it was the performance in Roots or the type of character I was playing in Roots. They didn't like their cuddly bear playing that type of person.
I guess. You know, one of the richnesses of various careers, of my career, is spending time with people like you, exchanging thoughts and ideas. One of the exciting things about your career must be working with a wide variety of people. I saw you on screen with Edward G. Robinson the other day. That must be a fond memory, the many people you've been able to work with over the years.
That was close to the last performance he gave. He may have done one more after that of major consequence. But to watch this old-timer there who couldn't hear. In rehearsal, I had to say my lines much louder than normal, and much louder than realistically. And then when it came time to roll the cameras, the dialogue coach said, "Okay, you can take it down now," which was not an easy thing to adjust to. I mean, it was, "I'm going over to here," and then when it comes time to roll the camera, "I'm going over to here." But by then he had established the rhythm, did some kind of lip reading going on there, and we could work it. And it eventually came to be easy. But the man reeked of talent, as old and as hard of hearing and as irascible. I mean, there was a Lou Grant, irascible, Edward G. Robinson.
So you've had the best of those worlds, too, working with different people. Well, everyone from Elvis Presley to Mary Tyler Moore. What a career already, and what a future for Lou Grant and all the other efforts that you're doing. I'm really pleased to see you being able to do so much in spite of the fact that you're doing a full hour a week. What a load you're taking, but thank you for doing it.
Thank you, Bill. The pleasure's all mine.
Ed, good to see you again.
Hello to Nancy.
Thank you, and back to Minnesota soon.
Will do.
Okay.
Keep the air for me.
We're looking forward to it. We'll be back in a moment.